Hello and welcome back to Hearthstone. My name's Lumin and right now we are talking about the latest Hearthstone closed beta patch. And for those that don't know, this is the big one that a lot of people have been waiting for, that overhauls ranked play completely. It's super impressive that they got it out as quick as they did, and I'm really liking the look of it, thus far at least. I haven't played any ranked yet, but I'm liking the look of everything else that they've changed. So we're going to start by talking about ranked play, then we're going to talk about some of the new features, the arena changes, the balance changes, and all the rest. Now, in play mode here, you'll see that things already look a little bit different. Casual is looking so much happier. It looks like a much friendlier place to play now. I like it. I like that little picture that they put there. It fits. Then, ranked play now has 25 different ranks, starting at rank 25, which is the Angry Chicken. Each of them has a different card that portrays the rank. I'll put a little picture up with all of them in it, and obviously the Angry Chicken is the weakest one. I think rank 24 is the Leper Gnome, and all the way at the top, there are a couple of big giants, and rank 1 is the Innkeeper. Now, you progress through these ranks by earning stars. You can see there I've got 0 of the 2 stars. If I earn both those stars, it'll push me up to the next rank, which is 24, the Leper Gnome. Then I'll earn more stars there and keep progressing. And what's kind of cool is that up until rank 20, you can't lose stars. But when you hit rank 20, then it all just becomes a whole lot more cutthroat, because you can earn stars by winning, but you can also lose those stars immediately. So if you win one game, you get that star. You lose the game after that, you lose the very same star. It's crazy. So it's going to be much more difficult to progress through the ranks. You can also have win streaks. So say you win 3 games in a row, the 4th one that you win might give you 2 stars instead of just the 1. That incentivizes more, let's just say, thought, because you're going to have a much more solid deck. You're going to have a much more consistent deck. You can't just mess around in ranked play. That's what casual's there for. But you're going to have to really bring your A game into ranked play to be able to progress. And that is just so appealing. Now, the rewards are not in yet, but I'll talk about the rewards in the seasons in just a minute. They are going to be added at some point. Currently, we are in test season 1. And this is probably going to run for 1 month until the end of, it's not a full month, but until the end of December. Then start of January, they'll probably start the next season, which will probably also be a test season, unless they decided that it's working well enough and they add the rewards. And these rewards are going to be things, and this is what they said, like alternate card backs and golden heroes. That's all we've got so far. Maybe they'll add other stuff later. Who knows? But the fact that there are rewards already makes it much more fun. Now, when you get to rank 1 and you just keep winning on rank 1, once you've earned 5 stars in that rank, then you'll move up into the legend rank. So rank 1 is the Innkeeper, but if you go past that, you get into the legend rank where, if I'm not mistaken, it's the top 10,000 players from each region, and it'll actually tell you exactly where you are in your region. So when you bust up into that legend rank, you might be rank 9,990. But then if you just keep winning, you'll keep moving up and up and up, and it'll tell you as you progress. So even being somewhere in the top 5,000 players is already super impressive. And if you're that rank number 1, well, then you've got something really big to be proud of. Because that, wow, that's a tough spot to keep. That number 1 spot. There are so many good Hearthstone players out there. So many. Anyway, they said that the rewards will come at some point in the not too distant future, but keep in mind that it is still closed beta and everyone isn't in yet. So it wouldn't be fair to start handing out rewards that are, let's just say, exclusive to those currently in the beta. So there. That's what's up. Now, I really like the look of this. I'm probably going to start a series up, a Hearthstone series, where I'll try progress through ranked mode see how high up I can get. And I realize that it's going to reset at the end of the month, but that just means I'm going to play more. That just means I got to play more. So I'll do it. Now, I think that's pretty much it for ranked mode. It looks like a lot of fun. You guys can let me know what you think. Are you going to be playing it more now? Because before, people didn't really want to spend that much time in ranked play, and instead they wanted to just play arena the whole time. And I got that. I mean, it made sense. Now, as for arena, things have changed in the arena as well. You can now go up to 12 wins instead of just the 9, and the new keys that they added are the Molten, the Frostfire, and the Lightforge, and the rewards have also been restructured a little bit, so they are actually slightly more decent rewards at the lower wins. I accidentally, not completely accidentally, but I lost a couple of games earlier due to disconnects, and then I decided to just retire my run to see what the rewards would be like at 2 wins and 3 losses, and I got some decent stuff. I got to open a card pack, obviously, and I got something like 30 gold, and that's not bad. Now, it was restructured in that now they give you, for the lower amounts of wins, just 1 or 2 little reward chests to open, and then as you get higher up, you get more to open with more substantial rewards in them, and apparently things like cards are more common to get as rewards as well, which is good. I think that for newer players, getting those common or rare or epic cards, it helps a lot. So the arena, going to be much more fun now. 12 wins, that's a lot. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to make it to 12 wins. I've been struggling to get to 9 recently, so it'll be fun to undertake that challenge. But you've probably already spotted that the menu and the UI is just looking a whole lot better. There's a whole lot of new shading that they've added to the box here. This card box that you can click on and move around when you go through the different pieces of menu here. And when you open packs, it's looking a whole lot better here as well. This animation is permanent now, and I can tell you that when you... I'm going to buy a pack now, just to show you, but when you hover the pack over there, it just looks so much better already. Look at this. Oh, that's amazing. Look at it light up. It is so much more beautiful. I mean, it looked so good before, but now it's on a whole nother level. That's not half bad. And that's actually one of the balance changes I wanted to talk about. We'll get to that in a moment. This is a good pack. Really good pack. Kidnapper. Nice. Anyway, you can see that the shop has a new and now colorful icon. Looking so much better. The options menu, it's been changed a little bit. You can now enable challenging nearby players. There is also an option to, I'm not sure if you can actually set it somewhere, it doesn't look like it, but to view the recently played players. So basically, if you played against someone in ranked play, casual, the arena, you will have their name popping up in your friends list, and you'll be able to either chat to them or challenge them directly after that. So that's kind of good as well. Another thing that they changed here is in the collection manager, and that little swirly thing over there looks much better too. But here, they've got this custom decal for each class now. It's kind of pretty as well. I like it. I like all of them. And the ones that they've chosen really do suit the classes. So that's good. Then, they've added all the golden card animations. Every single one of them. And it's mighty impressive. I didn't expect that they'd get them all done so quickly. Sadly, you can't really look at how the golden cards look here because they always have this blue haze over them. I don't know why they did that, but they did. That's one of the cards I was waiting for so long, and I'm not disappointed. The animation is great. Absolutely amazing, and some of the others here just look so good as well. So good. I like them. I should make a video and just go through all the golden cards and also just look at all their descriptions, their flavor text. Because there's a lot of cool stuff in there that one does not see unless you're really specifically looking for it. Then, what else was there? Print screen now takes a screenshot and places it on your desktop. You can abandon one daily quest every single day. And this is, in my honest opinion, one of the best changes that they've added. One of the best new features. So, if you want to, you can just drop... Because I've got some really good quests here. I'm not going to drop a single one of these. I already dropped one earlier for a Warlock and Paladin victory. But a little cross appears here that you can click on. And they immediately give you another random daily quest. It's good. It's incredibly, incredibly good. Well worth doing. Especially if you have... And I would say you should always do it if you have one of those win 2 with a class. So 2 wins with a certain set of classes. Always drop that. See if you can maybe get a 5 wins one or the 7 wins one. Or maybe one of these two. Unless you've got a nice combo going. But it's great that they added that. Then you can also use parental controls in your Battle.net account management to disable the in-game store. That's kind of good, I guess. And the amount of gold gained from victories in play mode has now been capped at 100 gold a day because apparently people were abusing this somehow. I don't know how that's even possible, but they were. They were going over 100 gold a day. Probably somehow managing to queue up against friends of theirs and then just win-loss trade-in the whole time. That's always a possibility. People always figure out how to do that. Finally, along with the golden cards being animated, they've also added the BlizzCon Mystery Minion. It's a 5-cost card. And I think I went past it. It is super cool. Look at that guy. That is hardcore. I like it. I'm gonna have to test it at some point. I'm glad that they made it so fun as well. Fun and useful. It could potentially be super useful. And they also added on some legendaries, like Ysera for instance, a new animation for when she draws that dream card at the end of the turn. It actually opens a little portal to the Emerald Dream and the card gets sucked out of that. I think the other two that they mentioned were King Crush and... what was the final one? I don't know. A couple of them were changed. I can't remember exactly which ones, but King Crush was the other one. He now comes stomping in there like a real T-Rex, and I like it. Then the balance changes. I should actually stay in the collection manager. They were... some say minor, and some say major, but they were substantial enough to have an effect on the cards that they were made to. I don't know if they nerfed what needed to be nerfed on the cards, but Shattered Sun Cleric, it was changed from a 3-3 to a 3-2. It still has its battle cry though, and I feel like that is the one thing that was really making it worth using. People are still going to use it. 3-2 is much easier to kill in pretty much every single instance. It doesn't ruin the card though. I can just say that. It's still really good as a 3-2, and that +1/1 that you can give to another minion is going to be useful. The other one that they changed was Unleash the Hounds. They also changed Starving Buzzard. Let's have a look where they are. Unleash the Hounds is now their Starving Buzzard. Unleash the Hounds is now a 4-cost card, and it summons a 1/1 Hound with charge for every enemy minion. I like it. And I can actually disenchant my golden version of it for 400 dust if I want to. That's a good deal. I'm not going to because I'm going to keep all the golden cards that I get, but that's a good deal. That said, you can do the same with all the cards that they changed. Starving Buzzard was changed to a 2/1, so it's a little bit weaker now, but that just means that people are going to be more inclined to use it in combos. So they're going to save it and play it along with a bunch of other beasts. They're not going to play it and just leave it out there in play, because that's much more of a risk. But I honestly don't think it's any less useful, because it's still going to be used in the same way. Next, Mind Control. This was changed. Not a huge change. I think that the card is still just as annoying, but it now costs 10 up from 8. That is the only only thing that they changed. Other than that, the Flame Imp for the Warlock now deals 3 damage instead of just 2. Still costs 1 though. Decent change. I feel like the Blood Imp Flame Imp combo was really tough to deal with on turn 1. So at least it punishes your opponent a little more for playing it on turn 1 now. Then the final card that was changed is the Argent Commander. And this is the one change that I feel is going to have the least effect. Mainly because it's still got that Divine Shield, it's still got that charge, and it's still got that 4 damage. I don't know how they would have modified it in any other way, but I suppose being able to kill it with something like a 2-2 or 2-1 makes it slightly less appealing to use. But there you go. That's a 4-2 now, and I think that's that. I think that's pretty much it for the changes in this patch. I'm very happy with everything they've done. I especially like the visual changes. It's looking much better now. It's looking much sleeker. There have been some other minor improvements. Things like you can now pop or pick all the flowers in the Pandaria game board. You can now do the little farming process a lot quicker as well. The sound effects have been modified a little bit for some of the actions that occur on screen. A whole bunch of stuff like that. A whole bunch. I suppose I'll just comment on those as I see them or experience them in play. And that said, I will be uploading more Hearthstone videos soon, don't even worry. I want to start a ranked play series up. I'm not sure what I want to do with my decks yet, because as much as I like Protect the Dream, I've been having some trouble against other mages and their mage decks with this deck, and I don't think I'm alone with that. I think everyone seems to be having problems with mages. Maybe I'll make a rogue deck, because I'm super keen for rogue. We'll see. We will see. But that's it. I'm done. Let me know what you think about this big Become a Legend ranked play update. Did they change enough to get you playing a whole lot more? Did they change ranked play enough to get you back in there if you were perhaps taking a break from it? Let me know. Let me know what your favorite of the new features is. I personally am super keen to drop dailies every single day. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go and complete these dailies and hopefully tomorrow get a really terrible one so I can just drop it, get a new one, because why not? But again, check back here soon for more. Give this video a like, share it, and do all that other good stuff. Most importantly though, happy Hearthstone update. Happy that.